My last vlog on Iran covered the country's vibrant capital of Tehran. I love this city, its people, its bustle, its art scene, and the mountains. In this vlog, however, I will cover my trip to central Iran, visiting the cities of Kashan, Isfahan, Shiraz, and the surrounding areas. Travelling to these places, I saw culture, history, natural beauty, and more.
Right now we're in the
Kashan. Yeah.
What's the name of this mosque?
The mosque is Agha Buzurg Mosque.
Agha Buzurg Mosque.
Yeah.
Okay. So my couch surfing friend here has picked us up from the bus station and took us to this beautiful looking mosque. And
Most welcome.
Thank you so much.
We will have a great time together.
Yeah, super excited to explore Kashan and see what this beautiful city has to offer. But so far, I've only been here for 20 minutes, but I'm already blown away by this amazing looking mosque behind me, as you can see.
The Agha Buzurg Mosque was built in the 1700s, and its architectural style seemed different to other mosques I'd seen in the Middle East. The beige colour of the mosque really made me feel as if I was in a desert city. However, it also had a beautiful green courtyard with a fountain in the middle. In Kashan, we also visited the Tabatabai house, which was built in the 1800s for an affluent Qajar-era family. This place was stunning, although there were quite a lot of Iranian tourists. We then went to a traditional Iranian bathhouse, which has been converted into a museum. Although the inside of this bathhouse was stunning, the view from the rooftop was arguably the highlight. We could see much of the old town of Kashan, some of the affluent old houses, and the wonderful sunset. The covered bazaar in Kashan was also fantastic. The architecture was stunning, and the atmosphere was great. The bazaar also had several caravanserais, which were historically used as traveller inns for traders. The following day, we headed to the town of Niasar, which is famous for its tasty rosewater and its beautiful waterfall.
I'm not sure you can hear me very well right now, but behind me are the waterfalls of Niasar. We tried to cycle here from Kashan city, but it ended up being too far and we hitchhiked the second half of the way. But this place is so beautiful and the weather is so nice. And right opposite the waterfalls, we've got this beautiful view of the mountains behind and the valley.
Niasar is located on top of a hill, and in my opinion, the views were the highlight. We left Kashan the next day by taking a bus to the famous city of Isfahan. In Persian, there is a famous saying, Isfahan nesfe jahan. This translates to Isfahan is half of the world. And the city surely lives up to that saying. It is filled with beautiful palaces, magnificent architecture, mosques, greenery, history, and beautiful gardens. Our first stop in Isfahan, however, was a church.
Behind me is the Vank Cathedral, which is one of the oldest churches in the entire world. It's part of the Armenian Orthodox Church, and it's located in the Iranian city of Isfahan. Over here we can see a memorial for the Armenian genocide, which happened in 1915. Over there's a poster saying "Faramush nemikonam," meaning we will not forget.
The Vank Cathedral is believed to have been constructed in the year 1606, and it is located in the Armenian quarter of the city. Although from the outside, the building does not look breathtaking, the interior design is truly amazing. Isfahan's old bridges are another must-see sight in the city. The oldest of these bridges is the Khaju Bridge, which is beautifully lit up at night. For me, however, the highlight of visiting Isfahan was exploring the city's wonderful architecture, such as its mosques and palaces. Most of the city's architectural wonders are located on or close to the Naqsh-e-Rustam square. This square is supposedly the second largest city square in the world, after Beijing's Tiananmen Square. To the south of the square, there is the wonderful Shah Mosque, which was completed in the year 1629. To the east of the square is the equally wonderful Sheikh Lufdullah Mosque. I sat inside this mosque for more than 30 minutes, appreciating the beauty around me. Opposite the Sheikh Lutfullah Mosque is the Ali Qapu Palace. The first part of this palace was ordered to be built in the late 1500s by Shah Abbas the Great, but much has been added since. The two key features of this palace are its wonderful balcony and its music hall, where the Shah would host royal receptions and parties. The design of the room has not only aesthetic value, but also acoustic. The Chehel Sutun Palace, which was not far from the main square, was also phenomenal. It is located in a beautiful park and has some phenomenal Persian artwork on the walls of its interior. It was soon time to leave Isfahan, as we headed to the city of Shiraz by bus. I was extremely excited for this city, as many people had previously told me that it was the most beautiful city in Iran. We ended up getting off the bus just before Shiraz, in the city of Marvdasht, which is home to the Naqsh-e-Rustam ruins and the Persepolis ruins. We first visited Naqsh-e-Rustam. The Naqsh-e-Rustam ruins were truly impressive, and they reminded me of my trip to Petra in Jordan and some of the ruins I saw in northern Saudi Arabia.
Behind me right now is the tomb of Darius the Great, which was one of the most famous and significant Persian kings. I think he was the fourth Persian king of the First Persian Empire.
The following morning, we headed to the world-famous ancient city of Persepolis, which was designated as the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire in the year 550 BC. Persepolis, known as Takht-e-Jamshid in Persian, is the #1 tourist destination in the country, and for good reason. The city was established by King Cyrus the Great and finished by Darius I. Cyrus the Great is credited with the creation of the oldest known charter of human rights. Seeing the ancient inscriptions, designs, and architectural styles at Persepolis was fascinating. This place now acts as a symbol for Iran and ancient Persia. Upon arriving in Shiraz city itself, I was immediately happy that I had chosen to visit. The city had beautiful courtyards with fountains, a bustling bazaar, stunning old architecture, and a very pleasant atmosphere. Although the old mosques were impressive, what really stood out about the city was its beautiful gardens. One of such gardens was the garden surrounding the Qavam House Museum. We spent at least an hour soaking up the atmosphere here. The best garden I visited, however, was Bagh-e-Iran. Although the setup was quite similar to the Qavam House, it was much bigger and there was a large area to stroll in. While in Shiraz, I also visited the tomb of the famous Persian poet, Hafiz. Poetry culture is very big in Iran, and many Iranian people see Hafiz as an idol. So much so that people treat his tomb almost as a pilgrimage spot. It is also worth visiting the Karim Khan Citadel in central Shiraz, which was built in 1767. That's all for this vlog. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow my page on Instagram. My next vlog will take you to the Iranian island of Kashan and my journey back through Iran to the Armenian border, so please subscribe if you'd like to see that.